New trouble for Dr. Anthony Fauci over how he handled the COVID pandemic and told or didn't tell the public. Republican Senator Ron Johnson says Health and Human Services employees are actively covering for Fauci.
Bobby Kennedy has people in those agencies sabotaging his efforts at radical transparency. So this is like pulling teeth. So, I mean, I did not know they had government issued phones, that they've been sitting there locked away somewhere. Trump's political appointees, his confirmed secretaries, they're not being helped by these career bureaucrats. So their efforts are being sabotaged by and large.
Text messages from Dr. Fauci's phone at HHS show he privately shared concerns about the COVID vaccine for pregnant women. In January 2021, here's what he wrote. The second dose theoretically could be associated with miscarriage in the first trimester. But days later, here's what he said publicly. There are no red flags. Podcast host Meghan McCain posted this. Put Fauci in jail, ! All caps. I'm a woman who was pregnant and had a miscarriage during COVID. She followed up, this is not hyperbole. Handcuff, PERP walk, and put Fauci in a jail cell for the rest of his life. Fauci took the Fifth Amendment, as you know, 111 times during this month's Senate hearing, despite having a presidential pardon from Biden. Last week, the Department of Justice said it got Senator Rand Paul's criminal referral and is reviewing it. That referral would hold Fauci in contempt and that it will work with the Senate accordingly. That from the DOJ. In focus now, Congressman Roy, Republican of the great state of Texas, member of the Judiciary Committee. Great to see you today. So what happens next in all of this?
Good morning, Harris. Well, first of all, I want to commend my good friend Ron Johnson, Rand Paul, for all of their intrepid work in trying to seek the truth, which is what the American people deserve here more than ever. And, you know, the truth is becoming very clear to the average American watching this, that you have somebody who was more focused on his reputation, more focused on being on Vanity Fair, more focused, as Bill Maher said just this last week, on being, quote, the main character. While, and I will note that Josh Hawley had a great line of question where he was going after him for making $1 million in grants using federal money, federal resources, federal employees, seeking money to enrich himself against federal law. And he sits on the stage and he pleads the Fifth. God bless Rand Paul for holding him in contempt in that committee, for voting to hold him in contempt. I hope the Department of Justice will look into it. But one of the questions I would ask right now is, why aren't we hauling Deborah Birx in front of a committee? Why don't we haul a whole host of the bureaucrats at the NIH and the CDC who were all very well advised of this? How about those federal employees that were trying to get the grants for Fauci? Why don't we look to see what they knew and when they knew it, when they were telling the American people they had nothing to be afraid of? Because I'm old enough to remember, Harris, when those of us who refused to take the vaccine, those of us who were defending people for refusing to take the vaccine, were the ones being, you know, criticized by the elites in this country. I ran a campaign against Wendy Davis in Austin, Texas, where I was being criticized for talking about herd immunity, when I was being criticized for saying, don't take a vaccine that is being jammed through in record time, where you're removing the liability from the very companies that get profit for doing it. And Anthony Fauci's in the middle of it, but he's not the only one. The American people deserve truth here, and God bless, again, Ron Johnson and Rand Paul for seeking it.
You know what? Let's stick with what Republican Senator Ron Johnson was saying about people inside the HHS still actively covering for Fauci.
Yeah. That
would seem like then maybe they're not supporting HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., because that would be a push against him. It sounds like a deeper situation.
No question about it. And we're seeing this across all levels of government, by the way. And again, pause for a second. Like, who could have guessed that if you've got a defense-oriented DARPA, research entity creating this mRNA vaccine, which, by the way, we're still pumping out there, that these bureaucrats at HHS, at NIH, at CDC would be trying to enrich themselves or hide the truth from the American people? It's never a good thing when you give government power and you take it away from the people. So that's what I think we're exposing here. And by the way, we see the same thing at CIA, at FBI. We see the same thing at the DOJ. This is what the Trump administration has been battling on a daily basis, trying to fight through the bureaucrats who refuse to work with them despite the constitutional requirement that they do so. Again, Congress has an obligation here to expose this for the American people. But the last point is we have to continue to expose the liability protections for these pharmaceutical companies, expose the continued pressure for profit to push vaccines forward. I applaud the new schedule that the president put out last week, but we got to go a lot further so the American people can make good decisions about their own health without having bureaucrats making the decisions for them.
All right, and I'm glad you mentioned the president's new schedule on all of this. We'll get into that at another time, but it just opens the door for Americans to have deeper conversations, too, with their doctors, you know, and to really dig in and to feel good about that,
100%.
not be shamed because they have questions. Congressman, great to see you. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Harris.
God bless you. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.